Hello guys and what is up? Welcome to yet another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And in today's episode, it's gonna be pretty story based. So you guys got some important stuff here. That's the thing I like about playing this Let's Play is that I haven't had a Let's Play in a while where I experienced the story with you guys. That's how it's gonna be for this one. Like, I'm gonna be genuinely experiencing the story with you guys for the first time in forever. Where lately I've been like voicing over my videos, and I know the story already because I'm voicing over the already recorded footage. Of course, I'm voicing this over because this is the edited version, but what I mean is I'm like following along. Like, after what I get to at the end of this episode, you guys, like, I don't really go much further than that, and I record what I do go further than that because, you know, I'm getting that footage ready to be recorded. So I mean, yeah, that's like probably my favorite thing about doing this Let's Play is that I get to actually experience the story with you guys. And yeah, it's gonna be really story based in this episode. We're gonna be fighting the first boss of the game in this episode, and there is going to be the technical beginning of the journey, like the beginning of our actual journey. We're gonna be playing through it, and I hope y'all are excited for that because I sure as hell am. Yeah. And one thing I'm already noticing is that, like, surprisingly, the N64 controls, even on mobile, aren't really that hard to utilize. Like, I tried playing Super Mario 64, and it was, like, impossible to so much as jump, bro. So that one I'm probably gonna end up saving for the Nintendo Switch, like, 3D All-Stars. But yeah, like, surprisingly, these controls are really easy to utilize, other than the slingshot, which you can just use Z targeting to use most of the time. So yeah, I don't really see a problem with the controls, even though I'm playing on mobile. I'm pretty much playing this like I would be a normal Zelda game, other than a few like glitches here and there, you know. And plus, the game obviously moves a little bit slower than it normally would. And, I mean, yeah. But yeah, like I said, we are going to be making it out of the Great Deku Tree, which is essentially the first dungeon of the game, I guess. I gotta say, like, when it comes to the puzzles and stuff, having prior knowledge of Zelda, like, really helped me, because when I first played through Skyward Sword, it was probably not the best pick for my first Zelda game ever, even though it was the first in the timeline, and I want to get it in the correct story order. Like, yeah, it probably wasn't the best pick, because it's probably better to play through that having actual somewhat knowledge of, like, what to do. And now that I have played through that with all of the difficult puzzles and all that, it's pretty easy finding out what to do, where to go with this, because there's nothing that it's really linear. First of all, Skyward Sword, there's like a lot of areas to go, so this one it's easy to follow that linear path. And then it's like with Skyward Sword, it's more so open world. Like, it's not fully open world. It touches on the idea of being open world, but, like, it's not necessarily open world. Like, you guys are gonna see there's like a torch part coming up, and I wouldn't have known what to do there. Like, I probably would have had to Google a guide if I hadn't played Skyward Sword, because they use that exact same puzzle in probably like every Zelda game that I've played so far, lighting the torches with another torch. So I mean, yeah. And speaking of using guides, I'm so proud of myself because I've only used a guide twice throughout the game so far, yo. Like, man, bro. This is like the least I've ever used a guide in a Zelda game before. I'm so proud of myself. I gotta say, though, one thing I don't like about this game, and trust me, I think this game is genuinely perfect up to now. And the thing I don't like about it at all yet is like the visuals. Like if you put a GBA game in front of me versus this, even though this is 3D, I'm gonna choose to sit there and like the visuals in that GBA game that you're putting in front of me, they're probably better than this. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love this game already, like I said, this game is already like perfect up to where I'm at now. But it's just the visual. It's just the visuals, really. That's what's screwing me over is just the visuals, and that's what's like swaying my opinion from being not a 10 out of 10, but a 9 out of 10. And we all know. I mean, hey. We all know some of them 9 out of 10s are a lot better than them 10 out of 10 sometimes. So sometimes the ones you gotta look at and decide like, maybe. Sometimes those are the best ones. And we can be talking about visuals, or we can be talking about something else if y'all want to be talking about something else. If you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I gotta say, other than like having prior Zelda knowledge, I think the other thing that helped me is because I usually play this like in class with my friend, and yeah, because our periods, that period, like we usually get free periods like every day, so I usually play this like not with him, but like with him there. And I know I said this in the first episode, but my friend, I'm not gonna say his name for safety reasons, but he's like literally a Zelda master, bro. He is a Zelda freaking expert. I'm not even exaggerating when I say I genuinely believe he is the best Zelda player in my state, bro. I don't care that this is on mobile. He could take this. I could give him like the hardest part in the game. It could be the final boss. It could be a horde battle, something like that. I don't care. I could take this and give it to him, and he's still gonna beat this, bro. He's still gonna beat this game. That's how good he is in Zelda. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Like I'm not exaggerating at all when I say that he is probably the best Zelda player in our state. And I live in Pennsylvania, if you're wondering. He's also like top 5 at Super Smash Bros. Or no, I don't know if it's top 5 or top 10. I forget, but it's one of those two. But yeah, he's like top 5 at Super Smash Bros. In our state, except officially, because he's part of like our school's like gaming club, and like they go to actual like competitions and stuff. So it's basically like an actual extracurricular and not just a club. Because like they go to actual competitions and all that. So I mean, yeah, it's basically an actual extracurricular. So I mean, yeah, he entered a tournament and he got like within the top 5 in the entirety of Pennsylvania. Except it's minors, of course, like, but still, I mean, you gotta admit that's great, that's good. So like top 5 players under 18 in Pennsylvania. Yeah. He's in the subgenre, but he's still in the genre, bro. Now we found the compass. I don't know how exactly the compass was meant to help us, because it didn't really. I was doing just fine without the dungeon map. And this is the part I was talking about where like I would not have known what to do if I didn't play through Skyward Sword already. So is what I did is I just took that torch thing and then lit the other one. Yeah, there we go. I wouldn't have known what to do if I. Forgive me. Forgive me for that cough. But yeah, if I had not already played through Skyward Sword before, if I didn't have that prior Zelda knowledge, I wouldn't have known what to do there. Alright, and then we just jump down here. And there we go. Yeah, you didn't. Alright, y'all, sorry about that, little interruptions there. But yeah, we are back with some more Ocarina of Time. Yeah. It is what it is, you know? You know what, y'all? I've been kind of stressed these past few days. Y'all want to know why? Because for my health class in school, we gotta make a rap. And see, I don't know how to rap without saying some kind of slur. So y'all's gonna hear the N word. Just saying, Mr. Dren, if that is your real name. Or is it fucking Chad? Or maybe Giga Chad. Because he's just so muscular and sexy. Oh man, Mr. Drennan is the best gym teacher ever. I can't believe someone as hot as him even exists. But yeah. It is what it is. But I don't want no kids. So you better get out of my room before I call 911. Please get off of me, sir. Too late. I'm done. This is another part where, I wouldn't have known what to do if I didn't have that previous, experience with Skyward Sword. Because this eye here, my first thought was shoot it with the slingshot. If I hadn't played Skyward Sword, I would not have thought to do that, at all. At all. This is another complaint I have. Again, I think the game is absolutely perfect so far. But I do have small, minor complaints. Nothing major. But, and it's probably just because I'm playing it on mobile, too. But, that slingshot control, it can be pretty annoying sometimes. I'm not going to lie. Now, this was one of the parts that my friend helped me out with. Because I was asking him, hey, where do I go, man? And then he just said, go into the water, you'll find the Switch. And I'm like, Switch, what? Like the Nintendo thingy? But I don't have a Switch, I have a Switch Lite. And then I found the Switch. And I felt pretty stupid, you know? Bro, we do something in that class that me and my friend, aka the Zelda expert, have together. We do something every Thursday where I go up in front of the class and do a performance. And my performance in it was supposed to be, because I'm recording this on a Thursday, right? So my performance today, as in this Thursday, was meant to be the ending scene of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. Because today is May the 4th, as in, May the 4th be with you. But, of course, my teacher decides not to show up on the most important day of the year, May the 4th. And let me tell y'all, my high school, bro, we treat May the 4th as if it is an actual holiday. They made that into the morning announcements, bro. They had, a whole skit for it. And earlier in the year, when Better Call Saul was real popular, they had a Better Call Saul skit. So yeah, my school puts in some time and effort into that the morning announcements, bro. It's not even the morning announcements anymore. It's just the morning school lore. They even had a Star Wars play called The Rise of Dylan, I think. and it was just like a kid pretend. It was like they do one every year. It wasn't today, but like they followed up on the one from last year, basically. So yeah, my school is basically like all a fucking Star Wars nerd. Me personally, I'm not too big of a fan of Star Wars, but like I like it. It's good, but it's not my favorite. Like there's things I like more. For example, the Legend of Zelda. But yeah, I always have tomorrow to redeem myself for my performance in that class, and you know, because tomorrow is Revenge of the Fifth. Am I right? So I mean, yeah, it's just about redeeming myself. Bro, these spiders though, they can be hella annoying sometimes. Hey. Alright, yeah, this is another part where it's like pretty obvious what to do. Yeah, like there's some parts I needed my friend's help for, and there's other parts where I didn't. Yeah. These guys right here, these are basically like, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming these are like the babies of the boss of this dungeon, because they look like the boss of this dungeon. So these are probably like the babies, and I'm assuming that these are just called arachnids for that same reason. But yeah, like, the way I see it, I doubt that these games are gonna get, like, better and better, to be honest. Like, I loved the Minish Cap, but did I like it less than Skyward Sword? Yes. I'm loving this, but do I like it less than Skyward Sword? Probably so far, but I'm not even like a full hour into it, you know? Like I've played 2 hours of it, but based on the long play video that I use as a guide if I need help, that is like 10 hours, and I'm not even an hour into that point. But yeah, like I'm hoping like they just get better as they go on, bro. Because it's gonna be a hell of fun to play through like Breath of the Wild and stuff. I don't know. I'm having like mixed uh feelings on Breath of the Wild, like based on looks and stuff. I'm having mixed feelings because I like the linear gameplay style that these 3D games offer, like Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword. I like the more linear gameplay style that they have to offer. So as long as Breath of the Wild, even though it's open world, as long as it's like linear, then I'm like praying to God that I enjoy it, you know? And as much as I want to say, just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it, it's Breath of the Wild. Everyone says it's great. It is like a 40-hour game. That being said, it's probably gonna take me 80 plus hours because I don't know where to go in any Zelda game. So I mean, yeah, like you gotta take into consideration, it's a 40-hour game, y'all. It's not exactly gonna be easy to sit through the entirety of it without getting bored. And with it being 40 hours, that's what I'm worried about. I don't want to be like traveling throughout an open world the whole game. You know, like games like Arkham Knight or like the Mafia franchise, like those are open world, but I enjoy those because they have linear storylines. You know, like you can choose to go anywhere you want, but at the same time, if you're here to just experience the story, here you go. It's right here. You just go there, go here, and then a cutscene plays or something, and they tell you where to go there, and the process repeats. What I'm worried about is that it's not going to be that way for Breath of the Wild, and I'm going to end up not enjoying it. I am going to play through all of it, like, regardless, but I don't want that, like, I don't want that open world adventure that everyone is hyping up. I'm there for the story on most occasions, but, like, with games like this, of course, they combine that story and gameplay aspect by making it linear, and then also making it to where, like, okay, let me rephrase that. They make it linear, and then also make it to where that linearness is all playing the game. Like, it's not all cutscenes, like with God of War or something. You know what I'm getting at? But yeah. Forgive me for that cough, but this is the part. The guy that looks like these shrub guys from earlier, he was telling us the order is 2, 3, 1. Now, it took me a second to remember that, so it's not gonna be a first try for this. But basically, that's like anytime there's highlighted text, you want to like take a screenshot of that real quick, because you're going to need that for later. You're going to need to know it if it's highlighted. And that's what I do. So yeah, basically, it's exactly what the guy says. The order is 2, 3, 1. So you get the guy in the middle first, the guy on the right second, and then the guy on the left is going to be like a little bit of a challenge because he's actually going to run around and you got to corner him. Yeah, that's all you gotta do is you just gotta corner him. It's easy in theory, but like, not whenever you're playing through it, you know? And then right after this room actually is like the boss. Alright, there we go. How did you know our secret? Because your little buddy upstairs told us. But yeah, now they're telling us the secret to beating the boss is you want to strike the eye and then make sure you hit the eye while it's stunned. That's exactly what we do, of course, because what else would we do? And that health has been looking pretty low. Might need another one soon. You know what I'm getting at here? But bro, forgive me for the cough again there. But I'm only just noticing replaying it now. I just looked up at the ceiling. If you want to go ahead and rewind it real quick, look up at the ceiling, you'll see that thing crawling around up there. And then to activate the boss, you actually have to point your slingshot at it. Think about how cool that is in terms of design, bro. And then the boss itself is really easy. I was expecting it to be hard because, first of all, I'm doing this on an emulator on mobile. Second of all, I'm not that great at the combat. But it's honestly pretty easy. Yeah, it's just a matter of shooting him in the eye 3 times. So you have to wait till his eye is actually open. Then you just spam the B button a bunch of times. I'm not sure what it would actually be on the console, but on the emulator here, as you can see down at the bottom when I press it, it goes dark, and yeah, it's the B button. Alright, there we go. This should be it. I can't tell y'all, when I was playing through this, I got so, I pissed my pants when he started crawling up the wall. Man, bro. I thought he was gonna start, I thought he was gonna drop down on me and I'd have to, roll to dodge it or something. Man. But yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying this game so far. And, the story even... it's not really a story-based game. But you guys are about to get a story cutscene here. And man, there we go. We got a freaking heart container. Wow, bro. These heart containers save your ass sometimes, bro. I don't know how many you get throughout the main story. But I'm hoping it's a lot. And I hope we get the Hylian shield too. But I don't know how to get any of that shit. Well done, gamer. Now we got some actual dialogue, and I gotta read it instead of talking about whatever I want. Thou hast verily demonstrated something. I knew that thou would be able to carry out my wishes. Now, I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Of course I would listen, great Deku Tree. All for one! Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. Now we get that cutscene that I was talking about. I was saying, man, these graphics for N64, these are amazing. These are amazing graphics for a cutscene on an N64 game. I'm surprised that I can fit this onto my phone. The evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerer's powers in search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Interesting. Keep talking. Before the time began, before spirits and life existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. I'm hoping we get to see this stuff in Tears of the Kingdom. Dean, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. And of course, Faeror, the goddess of courage. When I was watching this cutscene in class earlier, I thought that blue goddess was Fi from Skyward Sword, and I was getting all hyped up. I was like, man, they brought her back. Dean, with her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Pharaoh, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The three great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens. And golden sacred triangles remain at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence, and the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Courage, wisdom, and power. Those are the three parts of the Triforce. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of the legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you even started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters after all. This is Hyrule's final hope. Gamer, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. And man, this guy, I know he says, like, do not grieve, or whatever. But, bro, this fairy, he takes a second to, like, pay his respects. And Link just kind of runs off. It's, like, hilarious whenever you watch it. But yeah, we got this stone that apparently man killed for, or whatever. You got the Kokiri's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the Great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, gamer. Thou art courageous. Navy the Fairy, help Gamer to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navy. Good bye. But yeah, like, it's hilarious because Navy, aka the Fairy, he like takes a second to pay his respects. You're gonna see Link in a second. He's just gonna run off. He don't even care. Goodbye, Great Deku Tree. All for what? And bro, homie really just ran off. You don't even care. Like, yeah, he's giving all this power and you don't even care. Anyways, with all that, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. That's going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, maybe leave a comment, share the video. I don't care. But anyways, bye.